Both Stephen Cloobeck and Eric Swalwell join us now on set for A Story Is Exclusive. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to be back.
I understand you've got an announcement to make.
I do. And if you remember, from day one, I let everyone know that I didn't intend to get in this race. And I interviewed every single candidate, and I could not find one that was qualified. So I decided to jump in myself. And I've worked with great leaders in the past, creating the Tourism Department of the United States, working with Barack Obama, and working with President Clinton, and educated by my adopted dad, Harry Reid, so I know great leaders. I couldn't find one, but when Eric jumped in the race, we sat and talked. And Eric's a man of integrity, a man of character, values, and a great leader. And he'll be a great leader of this wonderful country, the state of California. And I'm happy to say tonight that I'm going to merge my campaign into his and give him all the hard work that I've worked on and let him take it forward and cheer him on.
So you're dropping out of the race.
I am dropping out of the race and supporting Eric Swalwell as the next governor of California, and he will be the greatest leader of this great state, California. So, and with that, you know, I've been with you and I brought props.
You like a good prop.
I like a good prop, but I have this pin that I had made.
It's Golden Bear.
And it's the Golden Bear, and I give it to you as I wore it proudly, and I want you to wear it proudly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me put that on.
Well,
look at that.
I mean, you two are longtime friends and close friends, and you spend a lot of time at his house. I mean, this is a real bond. This isn't just some political BS thing. No. What does this mean to you, this moment?
Well, thank you, Stephen. It does mean a lot, and I've admired the race that you've run. You ran to bring down costs for California, and you brought a unique business experience, having worked with President Clinton, President Obama. But people know you for your business acumen. Alex, you probably don't know how generous he is to others. He was just honored by the Dodgers as Amigo of the Year for his work with the Dream Foundation to take on homelessness. But also, I heard from a third party, I didn't tell you this, but I was told by the farm workers that he has funded a crisis center for the farm workers who are being chased through the fields by ICE so that they can, you know, address the legal costs and the worry around that. And so I look forward to drawing on Stephen's experience as I take on bringing more housing to California, modernizing the state, and adding small businesses in our state.
So you've traveled up and down the state.
I have.
You've talked to people for years now looking into this issue, right, and studying this issue. What's the most important lesson you learned from running for California governor?
The most important lesson I've learned is really solidifying a place where I've grown up. And I made the right decision moving back home 5 years ago. California is a country, and it's the greatest state, not in the United States, it's the greatest place to live in the world. It's the most diverse, tip-to-tail state with over 200 languages spoken and cultures. And when I grew up here, we were the bully pulpit of the United States, and I know Eric will bring that back with his fight because he's a fighter, he's a protector, and he's got these great attributes. And he grew up in Northern California, me in Southern California, and he understands, I mean, the way I say it in my words, being in the hospitality business, we're all customers, and we need to get equal or greater value, and we have problems. It's serious. You know, you talked about all of the things that weren't really accomplished, that could have been accomplished. And I know Eric will be a good steward of our tax dollars. He will execute, he will be accountable, and he'll enforce.
So you were here last week for the first TV sit-down of your campaign. We got into a lot of issues on that. I encourage everybody to check it out on YouTube. But one that got a lot of attention was your plan to vote by phone. Here's that clip.
I want us to be able to vote by phone. I think every Californian
vote by phone.
Vote by phone. Yeah, if we can do our taxes, do our, make our healthcare appointments, make essentially do your banking online, you should be able to vote by phone.
So there was a lot of reaction to that. Let's put up some of the reaction
Yeah.
on X. This was from the White House account, President Trump's team. When President Trump talks about the importance of securing our elections because deranged Democrats like creepy Eric Swalwell think it's a good idea to vote by phone. Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, voting by phone? No. How ridiculous. Chad Bianco, who is running for sheriff of Riverside County. Vote in person, show your ID, it's simple. Steve Hilton, also running for governor as a Republican. I want us to be able to vote in a system that's honest, in person, with ID, citizens only. How about that? So their argument is basically the safest thing to do is to have paper ballots that can't be hacked, to have everybody show an ID and show up in person so you know who's voting and you watch the whole process through. How is that not the safest thing to do? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, well, Californians are smarter than those three because Californians know that you do need to show who you are through a biometric to access your finances, to access your healthcare records, to access your taxes. And so, of course, it's going to be secure. And what I am suggesting is if we are going to lead the way in technology, shouldn't we challenge ourselves to make democracy more accessible? I also want to virtualize, and by the way, 74% is what that polls at as far as approval among Americans. I want to virtualize the DMV too. I don't want Californians to have to go to the DMV. I think we can do that virtually. There's 218 DMV offices. I'd rather take the proceeds of selling those offices and invest it in our kids.
So you're not worried about voter fraud because that's the charge here.
I
This
think
would be
it's
open for
the
fraud and other people could hack the system.
It's the opposite. And it also provides, and this is being done right now. I'm not the first person to suggest this. It's happened in West Virginia. It's happened in mayor's races across the country. And there is a auditable backup trail to show if there was any compromise. And if people want to vote in person, they can still do that. Also, Alex, I'm going to fine every county for every minute that a voter has to wait in line beyond 30 minutes because your pizza should not come faster than you casting your ballot.
Lastly, just to wrap things up with you two, it's Thanksgiving week.
It is.
What are you, in a sentence, maybe most grateful for?
I am most grateful for the unbelievable children I have.
Well said.
And I'm grateful for a family who's supporting me to take on this fight for all Californians.